छोटी छोटी
कोई बात नहीं, got it, got it.
This meeting being recorded.
I call this general meeting for the month of January 2022 to order.
खड़े होएंगे क्या?
I request past President Loin Karunaji reading for flag salutation and immediately thereafter past President Loin Jigisaji Rupani for reading Loin mission statement.
हम अपने राष्ट्र ध्वज का अभिवादन करते हैं और इसके प्रति अपने अविचल निष्ठा की शपथ लेते हैं। इस उत्साह एवं परिश्रम के साथ हम में से प्रत्येक एक सच्चे नागरिकों के कर्तव्य का पालन करेगा। उसी पर इसकी महिमा एवं इसका सम्मान निर्भर करता है। वर्णाक्षरों से लिखा हुआ इसका गौरवपूर्ण इतिहास अपने देश के सुयश के लिए हमें कार्यों की ओर प्रेरित करता है। हम अपने राष्ट्र ध्वज के प्रति अटूट श्रद्धा की घोषणा करते हैं और ये प्रतिपादित करते हैं कि इसका मार्ग हमारा मार्ग होगा और हम में से प्रत्येक इसकी शोभा बढ़ाने तथा राष्ट्र समुदाय में इसे गौरव के साथ ऊंचा रहलाने के सच्चा प्रयास करेगा। थैंक यू। ऑर्डर ओवर टू जिगीशा जी।
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। मिशन वक्तव्य। अपने समुदाय की सेवा के लिए, मानवीय जरूरतों को पूरा करने, शांति को प्रोत्साहित करने और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय समझ को बढ़ावा देने के लिए लायंस क्लब्स के माध्यम से स्वयंसेवी को सशक्त बनाना। ओवर टू सुरेश जी।
थैंक यू करुणा जी एंड जिगीशा जी। हमारे प्रतिष्ठित अतिथि डॉक्टर अमरीश जी मेहता, ओम जी, कुसुम जी, आमंत्रित अतिथिगण एवं मेरे प्यारे लॉइन साथियों, साल की इस पहली और उम्मीद के मुताबिक आखिरी वर्चुअल मीटिंग में आप सभी का स्वागत करते हुए मुझे बहुत ही खुशी हो रही है। डॉक्टर अमरीश जी मेहता आज हमारे वास्तु और एनर्जी डायनामिक के साइंटिफिक पहलुओं के बारे में विस्तृत जानकारी देने जा रहे हैं। एक बहुत ही व्यक्तित्व का स्वागत करना हमारे लिए बहुत ही खुशी और सम्मान की बात है। हमारी आज की मीटिंग में आपका स्वागत करते हुए हमारे को गर्व की अनुभूति हो रही है और हम सब आपको सुनने के लिए उत्सुक हैं। मुझे आपको यह बताते हुए खुशी हो रही है कि पिछले कुछ दिनों में हम आप सभी के सहयोग से कई सार्थक सेवा गतिविधियों को अंजाम देने में सफल रहे हैं। आपका अधिक समय न लेते हुए मैं श्री रितेश जी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो हमारे द्वारा की गई गतिविधियों के कुछ अंश वीडियो के द्वारा प्रस्तुत करें। वह उसके बाद लॉइन रूपा जी गांधी से हमारे बीच पधारे हुए अतिथि डॉक्टर मेहता जी का परिचय देने का अनुरोध करता हूं। इन चंद शब्दों के साथ मैं एक बार फिर ओम जी, कुसुम जी, आए हुए अतिथिगण व मेरे प्यारे लोइन साथियों का आज की मीटिंग में स्वागत करता हूं।
Okay.
आगे का प्लेटफॉर्म में रूपा भाभी को संभलाता हूँ और डॉक्टर साहब का परिचय देने का अनुरोध करता हूँ।
Hello everyone. Our guest, we've invited our guest at 9 o'clock, so it will still be another 15 minutes. So, तब तक, Suraj ji, आपको want to take over, the secretary wants to say something.
अरे हम लोग को अनम्यूट करो, ओम जी को।
कुछ नहीं, कोई चालू नहीं है।
ओम जी को अनम्यूट कर दो।
अच्छा, तो रितेश भाई के यहाँ से
उनको
कुछ
कुछ
दिक्कत होगी।
कहना है।
अभी मैं बोलती।
आपको अपने आप नहीं करना आता है क्या?
रूपा जी, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि you introduce the guest only after he joins. Please do not introduce.
इको बहुत आ रहा है बीच में।
इको आने का कारण क्या है?
बाहर चले जाए
तो सबको बंद करवा दो। आप नहीं कर सकते हैं।
डाइनिंग टेबल पे चले जाए।
ये दिखाओ। हाँ, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे जाते हैं, वो ज्यादा अच्छा है।
डाइनिंग टेबल पे चले जाए।
जिसको करना वो कर लेंगे।
हाँ, वो अच्छा है अपने लिए। अच्छा,
अरे महाराज जी,
आए नहीं क्या मेरे कुछ?
अभी शायद अभी इको नहीं है ना। सब आ गए हैं? कितने लोग हैं? कितने लोग हैं?
24 लोग हैं।
24 मेंबर्स हैं। हाँ,
तुमको टाइम 9 बजे का दिया है क्या टेस्ट को? कैन यू कम नाउ? जस्ट आस्क हिम इफ इट इज पॉसिबल। रूपा, if it is possible, ask him to come now. हाँ,
तब तक ते बोल दो ना बहुत।
हाँ,
ते बोल दो कुछ तब तक।
इको हो रहा है, बार-बार वो बंद करता है, सबको अनम्यूट कर देता है।
एक्टिविटी के बारे में, क्लब के बारे में।
Pardon?
सब डाइनिंग टेबल पे ही लोग।
Please log in.
सबसे अच्छा इनका दिख रहा है।
I think our activities have been very, very good. I think the collection of our funds also is reasonably good. अभी तक कितना आ गया सुरेश जी? Total funds collected
4 लाख।
4 लाख आ गया ऑलरेडी अपने
हाँ, बाकी कुछ बाकी हैं अभी। वैसे अपना 6.5 लाख का है।
Very nice. So we have already collected physically 4 lakhs rupees. And spent is how much? More than 2 lakhs?
हाँ,
अपना खर्च
approximately 150।
150 नहीं, ज्यादा क्या होगा? कितनी कमलें और कितनी बाटियां आपने?
काफी बचाया है पैसा।
कल करके और काफी हुआ होगा।
नहीं, अभी एक्टिविटी बाकी है ना, अभी तो 6 महीने ही हुए हैं।
नहीं, we should start looking into organization of our this iCamp.
हाँ, आई कैंप अभी
iCamp का
अपने
जो
रखा
है,
था।
iCamp
2
का
तारीख का फाइनल किया
हाँ
था।
ठीक है, but we can still go for in March. You know, I mean February छोड़ दीजिए, पर मार्च से we can plan कि we क्या राजेश भाई बोलिए।
हाँ ठीक है। नहीं, डॉक्टर मेहता है।
The guest has joined. या आशीष भाई मेहता?
अमरीश भाई मेहता।
Is it आशीष भाई मेहता? अमरीश भाई मेहता?
Yes.
Good sir. Welcome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
please go
Thank you
ahead.
very much.
Rupa, please go ahead and introduce our guest.
It is a great pleasure. Guest
Ru-
I cannot
on the
hear
line.
you. I cannot hear you.
रूपा
I
भाभी
cannot hear
आपकी
you. Please
आवाज
unmute
नहीं आ
yourself.
रही है.
Now, am I audible?
Now,
Is it
now
audible
you have
now?
slightly
Yes.
become audible.
Now better.
Okay. Respected presidents, members of
नहीं, आवाज क्लियर नहीं है. रूपा, आवाज क्लियर नहीं है. Voice is not clear.
I'll log in to my phone.
स्क्रीन सामने रखो.
રૂપા ભાભી તમ સ્ક્રીન સામે રાખીને કરો. વોલ્યુમ જોઈ લો એકવાર.
છે ને અમે જરાક પેલું
હા હવે બેટર છે. તમે રાજેશભાઈને ન લ્યો. તમે એકલા સ્ક્રીન સામે આવો તો અવાજ બેટર આવે છે.
સંભળાય છે અમરીશભાઈ? You can't hear me.
I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me? So shall I? Can everyone
Everybody is
hear?
able to hear Rupa.
Okay, everyone can. So shall I start? Continue? Okay. So, respected President, members of Management and guests, it is with great pleasure I welcome Dr. Amrish Mehta, a very well-known personality in his field of various important aspects of life, which he is going to tell us today, Vastu and energy dynamics being one of it. Dr. Amrish Mehta needs no introduction in his field, but still, just for those who have met him for the first time, Dr. Amrish Mehta by profession is a leading Vastu energy dynamics auditor who has got his clients across the globe in more than 51 countries. And he is one of the most sought after person in his field. He has done hundreds of Vastu energy audits and has made hundreds of industries and commercial establishments into profit-making and vibrant organizations in various countries like USA, Canada, Japan, China, Australia, Greece, France, Germany, UK, whole of Middle East, and much more, and many more. These are just a few of the countries we've mentioned. His clients include leading industrialists, film celebrities, homes and office owners, schools, colleges, malls, hospitals, cinema hall owners, and he even does this for movies. For example, Rohit Shetty is a very big client of his, and and all his success, he gives compliment to Dr. Amrish Mehta. So, before Dr. Amrish Mehta starts, I would just request everyone to mute your Zoom link. And after his talk, we will have a question answer session. We'll try to limit one per person so that everyone gets a chance to ask, and then we'll take it from there. And when I call out the name of the person who will ask the question, only that person will unmute their microphone. So over to you, Dr. Mehta.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I must tell you for record, this is the smallest ever gathering that I have addressed. Yesterday I had a session where 1,000 people, my ID was 1,000. It was all full and another 1,200 were watching on YouTube. But it is not important that what is the quantity. It is the quality which matters. So I know I'm talking to the quality audience. So, but generally speaking, what happens is when you talk about Vastu, generally you get a face, that somebody will come into your house and will tell you, acha ye tod dena padega, you have to break this down, ye theek nahi hai, wo theek nahi hai. And then you are scared because you can't implement those things, neither you can live with those things, or wo vahm ki koi dawai nahi hai. If you have that thing in your mind, nothing works. So I want to tell you, friends, that Vastu is not limited to just direction, that north is good and east is good and south is bad syndrome. Or it is not limited to that always have a north ka door ya east ka door, don't have a south and have your master bedroom in southwest and have your kitchen here and that works. No. If Vastu is a 100-mark paper, there are at least 40 checkposts, and each with different weightage. Some could be 10 marks, 5 marks, 2 marks, 8 marks. In fact, I have actually given more than 1,500 in auditorium lectures, wherein what we do is that I have some gadgets with which we scan the body and the space. I pick up somebody, unknown people from the audience, measure their body with our instruments and draw their house on the screen. Can you believe that? And not only that, I'll go, if he allows, I'll start saying what is happening in the house and why it is so happening, including the detailing of colors as an element. Because when you talk about Vastu, what are we talking about? Balancing of 5 elements. See, when we die, what is said? Deha Panch Mahabhutma Vilay Thai Gayo. You know, what is that Panch Mahabhut? They are basic 5 elements like water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. Now, can you visualize your life without, let's say, fire element? Just think about it. And when you say fire, probably what will come to your mind is your kitchen, stove, fire, the real fire. But what else? Would the red color not be fire? Now, if the fire is taken out of your life, can you survive? Think about it. Probably not. So there is no life without fire. And therefore, the fire is called a life force. A good Vastu is one where all the 5 elements are balanced in a proper way. Now, there is another element called water. Now, can you again visualize your life without water? Probably not. So, and how do you identify water as? Not the water, matka ka water only. Anything which is wavy in shape, any color which is blue, they are all resonating with water, color blue. And water, it is resonating with water element. Now, imagine if you end up putting up water where you should have had a fire, or vice versa, what will happen? You will compromise with both the elements. You will have no life force. You will have money force, which is badly impaired. So, and how does this happen? Imagine where you need to have a water element. You introduce a sofa which is of red color. You have a bedroom where your colors are pink and orange, your color ka curtain. What happens? You have unknowingly introduced a clashing element. So the art of Vastu is identifying the elements and create a harmonious balance. When you do that, things will happen. And for that, structure is not required to be demolished. You are not required to change any structure. The key is to know the understanding of situation. What element creates what end goal? And what do you want in life? Tell me honestly speaking, what does one want in life? Good health, of course, good money, good relationship. What else? And of course, those who have younger children, the children should listen to them, which anyway they don't listen to anyone. They don't listen to their parents. So people have accepted, it's a way of life that the children will not. You are more a provider. So, and anyway, people who are senior citizens, you have given up already. This is this much only. You can't expect more from your children. If they do this much, we are happy. Even if they don't do it, it's all right. Okay. So I'm not talking about to a younger crowd. I talk about children because they're children, very young. The people who children are studying in class 1, 2, 3. This is different. So we talk about that crowd separately. So if you are looking for these 3 things in life, I would share with you simple techniques, very simple techniques, that how you can have a situation where you can get more opportunities in life. Or if you see, nowadays making money is comparatively easy, but hold on to the money made is not that easy. Okay. So I would like to deal with you something about how one can actually hold on to the cash. I'll talk about health because that's very important part. If you have money and if you cannot have a good health to support it, what good is that money? Okay. And I will tell you, can I share the screen? Is it possible? Yeah, it is. Very good. I would like to show you something, that's going to be very interesting exercise. I'll show you something. See, generally, we divide the place into 64 different energy zones. And let me tell you, God has been kind, we are always having 52 zones by default setting. There are only 12 zones which are pretty much challenging. Out of 12 zones, there are 4 zones which I call, the worst zones, as in, if you happen to place even your family photograph, it will be disposed of. Those are called disposal zones. When I make a new bungalow designing, I place a toilet out there because it's a natural disposal activity. But imagine if you end up keeping your money there. Imagine if you keep your health reports, your medicines, your any important documents. It will not remain there. It'll be disposed of, you know. And then there are 4 zones which I call pretty much uneasiness zones. You know, you feel very lonely when you are into that zone. And there are 4 zones which are giving you stress and anxiety. Apart from that, 52 zones are always very good. Always. It is compromised jab usme you end up doing anti-elemental activity. Like I told you, if you end up putting up where your money should come, you put a sofa of red color or an orange color, or you have a nice setting of sofas and there are highlighters of red color at a wrong place. Things will not happen. And above all, what you need is happiness in life. So I will quickly run through it. Not this thing. I was just wanting to show this because generally this is meant for, generally what we do is that, you know, when we energize the place, we actually prepare a chart like this. There is a bar chart of energy flow. This is actually occupational chart energy flow, how much area is occupied. Along with that, the bar will come of the energy flow prevailing in each place. And then there will be one more instrument which will measure the energy need of yours. So iske base pe, you know, you will have a deviation chart that from central axis how far you are away. And then you can actually go about fixing things. But there's, I'm not talking to you right now. We have another instrument, but maybe we will talk when we meet in public, you know. So what I'm trying to say is that today I will share with you all those small things, how you can make more. I mean, I'll give you 3 tips for health, maybe 4 for holding on to money, and 4 for happiness in relationship. Okay, let's get started. Generally, the zone which is responsible for well-beingness is northeast of your house. Now, simple thing I'm telling you, you know, you will be astonished. Northeast is responsible for allowing you to take right decision at the right time. Now in life, many a times things go wrong because you did not take right decision at the right time. In hindsight, you always feel that either I should have done that or I should not have done that. So that why you end up taking wrong decision, because the zone northeast, and I'm not talking about Konna, I'm talking about the zone. Zone is a quadrant which comprises of 45 degrees of any place. So when northeast is in a balanced mode, what happens is that in terms of health, you have a better immune system. When that energy is prevailing in northeast is in an activated mode, even if something goes wrong, you can, you know, recover very fast. When that energy is in an imbalanced mode, recovery takes longer time. So what you should do is that the least you should do is that in your house, at least you should keep your medicine, one of the medicine box in the northeast corner. Not the corner, the northeast zone. Northeast zone is, you know, like in Ayurveda, there's a three dosh, Kapha, Vat, and Pitta. If these are in an imbalanced mode, there will be a diseased body. Similarly, this Kapha, Pitta, and Vat is also found in places. One of the place which governs those 3 dosha is the northeast. So whenever your northeast is going to be compromised, one of the 3 dosha will be imbalanced and therefore the body will become diseased. Now to make it eased, the least you can do is that you should not have a toilet out there. You should not have a kitchen out there. If you are, you know, the place will get compromised the moment you have even a dustbin. Aapka jadu, pocha, fatta, you know, anything that you are keeping, anything which is of red color or orange color and pink color. I am telling you, each one of you are at your home, go and check the northeast and you will be able to relate what I am telling you. Most of us have temple in northeast in the house. And most of us, no, I'm sure all of us keep red color in the temple. Now, I'm giving you a bet on my life Do this exercise for 21 days. Remove all red, orange, and pink color from your temple. All red, orange, and pink. Okay. That includes even નીચે જો કોઈ આસન બિછાવ્યું હોય, that includes કે બેસવાનું આસન મતલબ તમારું પાથરનું હોય. There are some curtains that you may have placed. There are some places, you know, where they put red color bulb 24/7 in the mandir. If you are having that, please remove it. And you will be astonished pleasantly in next just less than 3 weeks that the decision-making ability, which was not clear, ઘરમાં જો સહમતિ નથી થતી, people were not able to come to one simple conclusion, or everybody would have thought, you know, okay, children will tell you, I'm not sure what I want to do. એવા જો syndrome હોય, so the least I suggest you should do is have remove all red, orange, and pink color from there. Try and remove. God bless you if you have a toilet out there, because toilet is a big no, very big no. Same is the case of kitchen. If you have some fire source, but your mind will stop working to its full potential, even if you have a storeroom out there. And a jo storeroom hoy, so you can't change the storeroom. Okay, the least you can do is that you declutter it. When I say declutter, what I mean is that કે heavy saman hoy athwa juno saman koi padyo hoy, ghana divas thi padyo hoy, you know, it's been there for a long time and you did not find time, and only it is doing it Diwali to Diwali, કે આ દિવાળીએ કર્યું પછી next દિવાળીએ વારો આવવાનો હોય. So please go and, you know, clear it up. The moment you make it lighter, you will feel lighter in your head. You can see the difference in just 1 week, you know. If there is a store, declutter it. If there is old junks boxes પડેલા હોય, બહારમાં કોઈ ઝાડુ વગેરે રાખ્યું હોય, હટાવી દો ત્યાંથી. If there is a washing machine, oh God, you know what is washing machine? Washing machine is an agitator, you know, it moves back and forth, back and forth. So in Q&A session, I would like to know if somebody has a washing machine, then I'll ask you a question. કે જો washing machine હોય તો આવું થાય છે? તો એનો simple ઉપાય based on that આપીશ, because washing machine's presence out there can give rise to 4 different situations. So based on the situation, if any, I would love to address that. Okay. And all this that I am telling you, actually I am talking to you about this zonal strength, but I am talking about the energies prevailing in that zone. And the meter that I have, you can see real time live on screen. If it is there, you can see digitally how much it is creating you from central axis, how much you are aware, what is the deviation, you know. That's the bottom line. But આજે મારો ઉદ્દેશ્ય છે કે to give you something concrete, you know. So if you are having any plants out there, you must remove the plants, inside ke outside. If you have a bungalow or if you have a balcony out there, please do not keep plants there. Do not keep dustbin there. Washing machine, we will talk about it because it's a big no. Any place which is where you have the agitator, it disturbs the energy flow of that zone. And we are dividing into 64 zones, you know. So this covers the health zone as well as clarity of mind. You know, it just does not take off. And 2 people, and I'm telling you, see, most of us, I mean, most of you that I see are in the 50s. Okay. So when you are into 50s, what happens? You will have younger children. People might say, do you have a generation gap? No, of course you have a generation gap, but their thought process and your thought process do not match. Why? Blame it on northeast southwest axis. These are 2 different axes. When they are imbalanced, the youngest and the eldest in the house will not see eye to eye. They cannot see they are never on the same page. So the key is to create harmony between northeast southwest axis. પણ એના માટે એ ખબર પડવી જરૂરી છે કે એ કેટલું ઓફ બેલેન્સ છે. દવા કઈ આપવી? 5 mg ની આપવી, 50 mg ની આપવી, 100 ની આપવી કે 1000 mg ની આપવી? દવા તો ડિફાઇન થઈ ગઈ કે આ દવા છે. Then what quantum will work there depends on the quantity of amount of deviation. However, today I'll give you some thumb rules. કે area which is responsible for harmonious relationship in family, કારણ કે ઘરમાં શાંતિ તો જોઈએ ને, ચાહે બાપ દીકરાની વચ્ચે હોય, હસબન્ડ વાઇફની હોય, children grandchildren સાથેની હોય, or family members. You know, the area which is responsible for that happiness in relationship is southwest of your house. Now I'm talking exactly diagonal 180 away from northeast to તમને southwest લઈ જઈ રહ્યો છું. Popularly people believe કે પૈસા southwest માં રાખવા જોઈએ, which I will strongly recommend કે નહીં રાખવા જોઈએ. Southwest is a zone which is primarily responsible for creating harmony or deficiency of it. Whenever southwest is compromised, what will happen is that tamari je skill hoy, you will not be able to truly realize your potential which you have. On a scale of 1 to 10, you may have a skill of 8, but you'll end up getting results of 4 or 5. People might say you're doing great, but in your heart, you know that you could have done better. When that syndrome happens, that happens most of the time in many factories. They have the true potentials, but they cannot just create that kind of name for themselves, or they can't create that kind of sales. They're stuck in the finances. One of the reason is that Southwest is compromised. And I am telling you, and this will be a big shocker for most of you, conventionally je એવું કહેવાય છે કે Southwest is a very strong point. I'm telling you that Southwest is not always the strongest point. 7 out of 10 times, પેલો મેં જે આપને zone કીધું ને disposal વાળો, કે જ્યાંથી things go away, it resides in Southwest. So always be careful if you are occupying a Southwest zone, and if you feel ke paisa jata j rahe che avta pela, so maybe your cash box is lying there. If your papers are lying there, those will not, you will not be able to fructify it. I'm telling you that, trust me. So Southwest is also a zone of skill. Southwest is also a zone of retaining talent. તમારા ઘરમાં બાઈઓ બારે વારે જતી રહેતી હોય, કામ કરવા વાળા ન જતા હોય. I'm giving you a practical thing, that happens in almost all houses. So go and check your Southwest. What do you have? And you know what you will find? People who have problem of all these varieties that I have spoken to you about, you will predominantly find the colors which are green or brown or red or blue. આ ફોર્મેટના જો કોઈ બી કલર હશે, and how will you find those colors? You can find it by way of curtain or a bed sheet or a pillow cover or a palm pouch or a rug. Small things I'm telling you. If those colors are predominantly out there, I am telling you, you will have a situation ke jema balance nathi revan. So I'm giving you small tips, identify and eliminate. If you cannot eliminate, reduce its quantum. When I say colors, it doesn't mean that tamari wall a color ni paint kareli hase. But I have seen in many houses, Southwest no akhu ghar wall brown kari didi hoy ke green kari didi hoy. God bless those souls, People who are houses of a brown ke predominantly green hoy, relationship ma khatas avani j, ability ma kami thawani j. And I'm giving you simple solutions, just go and look and check and you will know it. And people who have these problems would also end up having a toilet out. Let me tell you, because toilet is a drainage zone, strength vadi jagya hai. See, I'm telling you, in the 5 elemental cycle, growth kevi rite thai. How do you have a growth in life? Stability kevi rite ave? If you have seeds, there are 5 elements as I said. So pani ma seeds germinate thai, wood ma thai, fire ma thai, sema thai, earth ma thai. Earth element, that area is governed by earth element. So if you put your seeds, it will grow. So it better be strong. Jo a weak ase to there will be no growth. There will be no stability. There are people, who keep on putting their hands on multiple businesses. Ama thodu time chale, 1.5 વર્ષ chale, પછી then ekad માણસ કોઈ લાફો મારી જાય, વળી બીજામાં હાથ નાખે, ત્રીજામાં હાથ. Why does so happen? Because they're Southwest. And let me tell you, friends, मैं मारी life ma, I have done more than 15,000 audits across 51 countries, And let me tell you, my clients, Indian clients, are only 40% worldwide. 60% clients are local. They're Japanese, Chinese, Greek, German, French, Italian, Canadian, American. So, and what I'm telling you is cutting across race. It is no longer a belief system, It is, in fact, it was never a belief system. It is not that only if you believe that it will work for you. It works even if you don't believe, because belief has nothing to do with it. તમે એને હું કોઈ બી રૂમમાં એસી ચાલુ કરીએ તો તેનું કામ છે રૂમને કૂલ ડાઉન કરવાનું. Whether or not you believe, it's going to do. That's how it works. So this Vastu energy dynamics is not limited to your belief. It's an independent science. If you can tune into it, you will be able to connect the dots and suddenly a big picture will come. So my friends, my suggestion to you is that take care of Southwest. If you are into certain business or industries, suppose koi doctor hoy, તો જૂના જમાનામાં શું કહેતા ખબર છે કે તમારા સ્કિલનો સામાન ત્યાં મૂકો. The fellow who was a warrior would keep his ધજા, I mean ધનુષ બાણ ત્યાં મૂકતો. You know, the fellow who was into different kind of businesses, એના tools ત્યાં લગાડતા. Now in modern day, I tell people, you know, કે suppose you are into printing, you are a writer, you are into communication. Put one of the tools of yours into that area, and you know you will do very well. I mean, children, I tell them, okay, even if you keep your books, but don't keep it in Southwest. After Southwest and before West, if children keep their books there, study children wala. In fact, ત્યાં કોઈ બી વસ્તુ રાખે તો એમનું attraction ત્યાં થશે. તો therefore, જે લોકોના ઘરમાં નાના છોકરાઓ other than studies કરતા હોય, તો you will find કે between Southwest and West એનો કોઈ સામાન ત્યાં પડ્યો હશે, એનું રમવાનું પડ્યું હશે, કોઈ ગેમનો જે વસ્તુ પડી હશે. તો જે વસ્તુ ત્યાં પડી હશે એના તરફ તેનું ધ્યાન આકર્ષિત થશે. So if you want your children or some grandchildren to do well in studies, please take out a book. જે સબ્જેક્ટમાં વીક હોય એની બુક એક ખાલી તમે Southwest પછી અને West પહેલાના ઝોનમાં મૂકી દેશો તો તેનું ધ્યાન તે તરફ આકર્ષિત થશે. I'm giving you small tips, you know. And if you really want your money to grow, I want you to keep money after Southwest and before West, you know. જો તમે ત્યાં રાખશો, એક નાનું લોકર બનાવ્યું હોય ને, અને લોકરમાં ચારે બાજુ એક you know, if you keep a mirror as if it is multiplying type, after Southwest and before West, money is bound to grow, you know. લખીને રાખો. અને if you follow this, તમે એક વર્ષ પછી આપણી સાથે વાત કરજો, જેટલા બી એક્સ્ટ્રા પૈસા આવ્યા હોય એના 5% આપી દેજો. 5%. Is it a deal? It's a sweet deal, you know, I'm offering you. Trust me, it works like this. It works like this. And when we don't have time, maybe I'll invite you guys. જ્યારે મારા actually lecture થતા હોય કે જેમાં 1000 માણસો હોય, because you know then I am fully prepared. I talk, I have time, you know. I speak for 1.5 hours. I'm told you are 30 minutes. Now 30 minutes ma I can hardly narrate what we can do, you know. Someday I'll invite you guys. તમને લોકોને હું invite કરીશ, તમે મારા જે બીજા larger થવાના હોય ને 1000-1200 વાળા, એમાં આવજો ને. You hear small tips, small but very result oriented and very scientific. It will have a logic behind it, how it can be done. So I'm actually fleetingly touching various zones which gives you happiness in life. Like છોકરાઓ બરાબર ભણતા હોય, થોડા પૈસા grow થાય. So, but don't keep money. Acha, I'll tell you, I'm sure you all are not required to know this, પણ છતાં બી તમારા ગ્રુપમાં બી કોઈ દિવસ કોઈને ત્યાં જો લગ્ન સમયસર ન થતા હોય ને, people who have problems in marriage, you will find, and funnily enough, that their Southwest is compromised. You also might find that there are some religious books kept there, you know. If you end up keeping your religious books in Southwest, I am telling you, you will have a relationship issue. And a relationship issue ma lagan pan avi jai che, because it's a relation that you are looking for, okay? Southwest is a place where you should not keep any religious books, okay? And if you are wanting you do not want to attract the attention of various departments, GST, roj believe scrutiny notice on all kinds of stuff, you know. If you are looking for not getting an attraction of department to be attracted towards you, then you must go and look into the Southeast zone ka energy. When the energy prevalent in Southeast is in a balanced mode, you will be able to, you know, make sure that unnecessary attention is not drawn towards your entity. And tena mate 3 prime things you need to do. Number 1, if you have a toilet out there, you are compromising the energy of that zone. If you have, let's say, a kitchen, you know, below cooktop black color no hoy ke gray color no hoy ke, you know, if you have introduced some kind of blue color out there, if you have got some watery stuff lying out there, so it will reduce your chances, you know, because that zone, apart from the legal issue, is also important for your constant cash flow. જે લોકોના પેમેન્ટ્સ વારે વારે બ્લોક થઈ જતા હોય, or their cycle is getting stuck, go and check and look into your southeast. Compromise મળવાનું જ. I have seen factories, worker na toilets, worker no આખો room ત્યાં હતો. Scrap yard was there in the southeast, and southeast had those underground tanks and many things. Southeast is a zone. If you keep it in and if you keep it in a balanced mode, it'll give you ultimate in bliss. I'm telling you, cash flow uninterrupted. You will have strength, to talk to people. You will also, if you can make your marketing team sit there, at least keep some marketing brochures out there. Your product na features kya ત્યાં રાખ્યા હોય, it will take you to places. Do not compromise it by introducing wrong colors, wrong shapes, wrong level differences. We tend to compromise that. And I'm telling you this small thing. I'm just talking about colors, which you can do. I have seen many houses કે રૂમ આખો બ્લુ બનાવી દીધો છે. એ લોકોના થીમ જ બ્લુ કલરની છે. I am telling you, the moment you change that theme, suddenly you will experience the bliss. નાની વાત કહું છું. Anybody who has curtain out there, or pillow cover, or bed sheet, or rugs, or something, just go and check it out. All of you at home. In fact, in all my public meetings, what I do is I generally encourage people કે તમે બોલો તમારી લાઈફમાં શું ચાલી રહ્યું છે. Without looking at him or her, I draw their house on the screen, that you do live in this kind of house. And exactly it is how it happens. Because we know by now, when you have seen 15,000 plus places, you know exactly if this is happening, these are the ways, symptoms you will find. And I'm telling you, nana eva symptoms ho ke jema koi todfod ni baat nathi karto. I'm just telling you, just bring about harmony in colors and things will happen. I'm telling you another small tips, for this thing. Tamara southwest na room mate. In southwest room, if you keep a watch, je rectangular hoy, ke round shape ni hoy, I'm telling you, you are compromising that place. The least you can do is that go for a watch which is square in shape, probably which has a golden kind of a metallic finish, wooden finish valu nahi leta, and you can strike a balance. Conversely, if you end up keeping a square watch in north, you will be blocking all your new opportunities in life. Go for a round shaped watch, metal ni watch, and go for a pendulum. Jema pendulum hoy motu, એવું તમે નોર્થમાં લગાડો, it will activate the energy of creating new opportunities in your life. So people who feel stuck, people who feel કે એમના લાઈફમાં કંઈક નવું ઘટતું જ નથી, they are stuck, they are trying but it's not happening, it is not manifesting. Go and check the north. નોર્થમાં તમે જેટલા બી આવા રેડ કુંડા રાખ્યા હશે, કોઈ બી યલો કલરના કર્ટન લગાડી દીધા હશે, anyway you would have introduced this. So what will happen is that, or if you have a store out there, so you are giving yourself a delay in manifestation of new opportunities, of creating. I'm telling you, I was invited by a high-end CEO of a big company. મને જ્યારે એમને બોલાવ્યો ત્યારે એમનું package was about 10 CR per annum. Okay, but he said, look, I have traveled so far and wide કે મને આ પેકેજ ઓછું પડે છે and I'm not happy, I'm stuck. I went to his house. What I removed, and he was actually laughing, when he came to drop me out. મને કે કંઈક સારું કેવું તો all I told him was, I saw his house, it was all very good. I told him કે તમારા આ જગ્યાએથી પેલા લાલ કલરના કુંડા હટાવી દો, તમે અહીંયા પાવપોચ કર્યું છે અલગ કરી દો, તમારી આ ઘડિયાળ બિલકુલ ખોટી છે એને નવી ઘડિયાળ કરી દો, and I am giving you this 8 energy injection. જેમ આપણા બોડીમાં 7 ચક્રાસ હોય તેમ જમીનમાં 8 ચક્રાસ હોય છે. I said, you just, if you can't dig it, activate it by putting up on the floor or on the wall, and we will speak after 12 weeks. મને કે તમે આટલા બધા પૈસા લીધા છે તો કંઈક તો તોડાવો, કંઈક તો કરાવો. My wife is going to beat me, કે આપણે આપ કયા મૂર્ખને ઉપાડીને આવ્યા હતા, એને ઘરમાં કશું ચેન્જ કરવાનું નથી કીધું. I said, you don't need it, this is what are the blocks. Because he was associated with me in his company's various projects for almost 20 years. So he said, okay, I do understand, but what do I tell my wife? So, but in 3 months' time, and today he is at a place where he is got stock holding no jo total eno hisab karu ne je jagah gayo che, so probably it will cross 100 CR and doing more. You know, some small things. All I told him to move some red color na pots, and I told him where to place and where not to have, and what kind of flowers to have, what kind of patti hovi જોઈએ કે ભી પત્તી નથી રાખવાની. So, you know, energies are created by shape, size, form, metal, articles. That is how, you know, if the energies are there. So you don't have to worry કે વાસ્તુ એટલે કે મોટું તોડ ફોડ ધમા ચકડી કરો તો જ બરાબર વાસ્તુ કહેવાય, એવું નથી હોતું. વાસ્તુ is about wellness, to bring about balance in life. અને તેના માટે if you create harmony even by colors, today I am limiting myself to colors only. Because I was told that I have to stop at 9:30. It is 9:25. Another 5 minutes I'll tell you. નાની એક ટિપ્સ આપું છું. See, manifestation એટલે કે તમારી ઈચ્છાઓ wish fulfillment ક્યાંથી થાય? The zone which is responsible for wish fulfillment is the west part of your home or workplace. તમને ખબર છે generally મંદિરો હોય ને, but મંદિર in the બજારમાં is in out public મંદિરો હોય તેમાં તમે જોજો કે ભગવાનનો ફેસ ઈસ્ટ જોતા હોય. You are forced to go to the western part of the mandir because they are there in the west. Because west ni energy છે, it helps in manifestation. Therefore we keep hearing કે હું આ મંદિરમાં જાઉં છું તો મારું કામ થઈ જાય છે. I believe in this. મને આમાં શ્રદ્ધા છે, આ છે, તે છે. Because you are going into the west part, spending time out there, coming out. But your house also has a west. You can create energy flow in such a way કે ત્યાં બધા wish fulfillment થઈ શકે તેવું છે. I'm giving you 3 tips, you know, to create manifestation in the west. See, today, right now, whatever I'm telling you is, these are all broad, general things that I'm talking to you about. When I audit somebody's house, હું એમને specific વાત કહેતો હોઉં છું કે આ જ કરવાનું છે ને આટલું જ કરવાનું છે. You don't have to do all. But people who are looking for, અને તમને લાગતું હોય કે મારું manifestation નથી થતું, તો વેસ્ટ ઝોન ને તમે બેલેન્સ મોડમાં રાખી શકો છો. તો બેલેન્સ મોડમાં જ્યારે વેસ્ટ ઝોન હશે ત્યારે things will happen. You will have friends who will also be, you know, associated with you in your growth. And when your west is imbalanced, so you will come across deceitful friends. એટલે કે ધોખાદારી વાળા મિત્રો મળશે લાઈફમાં. So west is very important. It is not limited to just profitability. Generally, West is associated with profitability. જે લોકોના ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશનમાં West is compromised, ત્યાં profitability ના થાય. તમારું પ્રોજેક્શન હોય કે મને 100 કરોડ આ વર્ષે થવા જોઈએ, you will end up making 20 crore. Maybe people are happy that you made 20 CR, but you know it. It should have been 100 and not a penny less. Okay. So those fructification નથી થતું હતું when West is compromised. It does not mean કે તમારો જે કોઈ ઘણા માણસો એવું કહેતા હોય કે હું વેસ્ટને મોટું કરી નાખું તો પછી, so that I'll have more fulfillment, more manifestation. No, the moment you make it bigger, તો તમારું જે expectation level unduly વધતું જશે અને રિયાલિટીમાં નહીં થાય. ઘણીવાર કેવું થાય કે we end up making big projections. Based on that, big expenses take place. અને પેલું તો ઘટના જેટલી ઘટવાની હોય એટલી જ ઘટે. So end result is losses or less profitability. So I am telling you કે West જો તમારું ઘર હોય તો you must make sure કે ત્યાં એક earthen sculpture રાખ્યું હોય અને એટલીસ્ટ કુંડા કોઈ નહીં મૂકવા હોવા જોઈએ. You know, the kundas out there bringing off any greeneries out there is forbidden. You know, don't keep any greenery out there. And if you have to keep it, then you have to harmonize it. But I'm telling you, ideally, if you can remove the greenery, at least remove all brown color. Brown and green is a big disaster out there. You know, we of course don't have much of green, but any shade of brown that create disaster out there. Okay, so if you are looking for manifestation, try and have a watch which is of round shape. Put it on the west, metallic finish ni રાખો. બીજું તમે એક કામ એવું કરી શકો છો કે એક ચોરસ એક square you bring one glass photo frame જેમાં આગળમાં glass ના હોય. You know, metallic finish ni square, just પુઠ્ઠું હોય પાછળ beige color નું, and you put your wishes out there. Okay, this is what I wish to do, A, B, C, D. Okay, don't put more than 4 at a time, and put it up there in the west. and you sit there, focus on it, the energies, try and take it into you, sit into a 15-minute ka meditation એ zone માં બેસીને. While you are into a meditative state, visualize કે તમારી જે પેલી wish લખેલી છે west વાળા wall ઉપર 1 2 3 4 એક એક કરીને, you know, it is happening, and oh ho ho, you're feeling the bliss, you're feeling on top of the world, you know, and allow that things to happen, and do it for 3 to 4 weeks, and you will be astonished, you know, જે વસ્તુ રોકાઈ ગયેલી હશે એમાં મોમેન્ટમ ગેધર કરશે, અને you know, you will be closer to your manifestation and realization stage. So I think this is very important કે તમારું વેસ્ટ જો કોમ્પ્રોમાઇઝડ હોય, and we have instruments in જેન બી તમે જોઈ સકો કે કોમ્પ્રોમાઇઝ છે ખરા, A B હોય તો કેટલું છે, અને એનું ડેવિએશન, and therefore એની ઉપાય simple છે, no need to do any structural change. But the moment you have a kitchen in waste, the moment you have a toilet in waste, the moment you keep your washing machine out there, તમે તમારા આ જે બે વસ્તુ મેનિફેસ્ટેશનના ચાન્સીસ કીધા એ તમે ઘટાડી રહ્યા છો. Now you cannot possibly change, but then you have to limit its disorder, કે એને તમે contain કરવું પડે કે so that it doesn't spread. But I'm just telling you, out of 64 zone, આ મેં તમને 5 કે 6 ઝોનની, you know, 30 minutes માં બહુ નાની વાત કરી છે. But you would love it when you know, when you listen to my full-fledged વાળો show જે 1.5 કલાકનો હોય, તો you will be enjoy કે આવું બી હોઈ શકે છે, and you are not aware about it, because the moment you talk about vastu, એક પંડિત મગજમાં આવે, you know, somebody will walk in pandit type of fellow who has no idea, and પૂજાની વાત કરી દેશે કે વાસ્તુ પૂજા કરાવી દો, આ કરાવી દો, everything will be all right. Now it cannot be like that, okay? It cannot be like that. And for record, I do major Rohit Shetty છે, Karan Johar છે, Farah Khan, I do their film ka vastu. એ લોકોના સેટ્સ, એક ફિલ્મ છે ને લગભગ 40 થી 60 સેટ્સમાં બનતો હોય, અને 2-3 સ્ટુડિયોમાં બનતા હોય. તો વી ક્રિએટ કે what colors to have in the backdrop, what not to have, અને ઘણીવાર એ થીમ માટે એ કલર જોઈએ જે નથી ચાલતો હોતો, તો વી ક્રિએટ ઇટ્સ હાર્મોની, જમીનમાં કંઈ ઇન્જેક્ટ કરી દઈએ, યુ નો, જે ડેવિએશન થાય છે તેનું, and we activate the place. ત્યાં એક સિંગલ ટ્રેક માઇન્ડ હોય છે કે ફિલ્મ સમયસર પતી જવી જોઈએ, તો જ એના પ્રોફિટેબિલિટી થાય, કારણ કે એમાં જો 10-20 દિવસ મોડું થાય તો આખું યુનિટ 400-500 જણાનું હોય, એની કોસ્ટ ઇઝ મેસિવ. Okay, so people like I have done his Chennai Express થી લઈને entire Golmaal series we have done Singham 1-2, we did Simba, હમણાં we did Suryavanshi, and now Circus નામનું એક OTT પ્લેટફોર્મ પર આવશે, એનો સ્પેલિંગ બી અમે ચેન્જ કર્યો છે, CIRKUS કર્યો છે, Circus. Someday we'll talk about numerology, કે how numbers play a role in your life. If you know your strength, કે મારા કયા numbers સારા છે, by doing the small thing, you know, you can change. Actually મારું 8 થી 10 આજે numerology teaching નું session હતું, but you know, we had a little clash, and then finally she prevailed, as she always does, કે મારે I had to prepone, you know, મારું જે session 8 થી 10 નું હતું, મેં 6:30 થી 8:30 નું કરવું પડ્યું. Some students could not log in, because મારે ત્યાં તો શું આખા વર્લ્ડમાંથી બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ log in. I was teaching them the numbers, કે art, and how you can find. Someday we will have a session where I'll teach you yourself how you can find out what are your strengths, what are your numbers, how numbers play a role in your life. આવું કોઈ વાર અડધી કલાકનું એક સેશન તમને ન્યુમરોલોજી ઉપર આપીશ, you will go crazy, you know, કે શું થાય, આવું બી હોય, તમે બધા પેન અને પેપર લઈને કરવા માંડશો, મંડી જ પડશો, બધા ઘરના બધાના નંબર્સ જોઈ કાઢશો કે શું થાય છે, કેવી રીતે, but you will love it. It's going to be fun, you know, someday. And I think with this, I believe in timing, 9:33. So I'm open for Q&A session. I know I may not have satisfied you fully, because our subject ne justify thai sake એવું નથી 30 minutes માં. Nevertheless, I have tried to give you a scenario ke at least it is not confined to pandits. આ ખરેખર ભણેલા માણસોનું સાયન્સ છે, અને તમારે જો ધ્યાન આપો તો it will do very well. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm open to Q&A session.
Thank you, not enough. I absolutely.
તમારો વોઇસ નથી આવતો.
હવે આવે છે?
હા, હવે કદાચ આવે.
Like you, તમે બરાબર કીધું, half an hour is not enough. I agree with you totally. And just letting everyone know કે બે સેન્ડવિચ નથી, But then somebody say, can you all hear me?
No, nobody can hear you.
Please,
No,
please make it more loud.
crack થાય છે, crack. It's cracking, you know.
Phone. I'll take a phone. No?
You do something. You need to do vastu of that phone. Vastu is wellness, huh? It is not anything else. Haji. Ji.
Dr. Amrish,
Ji.
your talk was really, really very, very nice. And
Ji.
we had wonderful time listening to you. As you
Thank
said that, you know, the time is very short. And this time only you can do only so much. But it was really enlightening, and we didn't think in that light, you know, that Vastu is in this kind of light. But,
I know,
it was,
I know. People are put off by the word, oh, Vastu. Khabar nahi su hase, you know?
it was truly very, very enjoyable, you know, apart from knowledge and other things you get.
Yeah.
And just by listening to this talk, I do not think that we can really justify it. That all right, you know, we change the color and this will happen.
It's more like, you know, little awareness about the subject.
Yes.
Bilkul, you are right. Absolutely.
Thank you so very much. It was so very wonderful. Very wonderful.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you liked it. Hanji.
Can you hear me now?
I'm trying. I know I'm trying hard. Yep.
If you can take it that way.
Can you hear? I can't.
Okay.
I think we'll pass it on to.
Maybe somebody else can take a call, and I will.
Okay.
No, Aruna, this Karuna Bagadia wanted to know where you can put pots.
All the pots जो मैंने हटाने के लिए बोला कहाँ रखेंगे अल्टीमेटली कहीं तो रखना पड़ेगा ना कहाँ रखोगे आप तो देखिए the best yes you are audible yes I can
Okay,
you
so shall I just take it from here?
Yeah, I'm just replying to one question and then you can moderate it. देखिए अगर आप जो हटाएंगे ना सारे pots वगैरह the best place to keep is between east and southeast, you know. यदि आप वहां रख सकते हैं तो that would be wonderful. And try and have पत्तियां जो चौड़ी हो. You know, don't go for the sharp वाला, go for a चौड़ी पत्तियों वाला plant. Then that will add lot of value because उसमें दम होता है. बाकी जो छोटी-छोटी आप पत्तियां रखेंगे ना जो sharp edges वाली है, that will not be very good. So try and introduce a चौड़ी पत्तियों वाला plant and keep it in the southeast, between east and southeast. Maybe you can take it right up to the south also, but remove it from north.
And you said that in the west side you cannot have any green. Now, can you have green on the? Can you have green on the boundary wall?
See, that requires management, you know, because greenery on west wali wall pe jo agar if you keep greenery, it requires management because you know it is taking away your ability to create that bliss. In spite of the fact that one may be experiencing huge bliss, but देखिए ऊपर की तो कोई limit नहीं होती ना, ऊपर की कोई सीमा नहीं होती.
That's right.
Okay, Amrish bhai, I would request everyone to just post their question on chat. I'll call out the name so that everyone gets a chance to ask a question. Is that okay?
Yep.
Karna Bhabi had a question. Karna Bhabi, can you please ask your question?
My another request is that those who are asking questions, please ask them to put the video on because if I can see them, I can tell much more. Okay. And for record, I am also a great face reader. I have trained more than 5,000 people in reading faces. So even if I read you, if I look at you, I know what's happening in your mind. Okay. I can tell you what you're going to ask.
I'm asking about plants.
Huh? Yeah, that's about plant. Next, please. खोल दीजिए video.
Yeah, sir.
जी.
We have our main door in west.
जी.
So what does it mean? How can we?
देखिए मैं आपको बताऊं, west is not bad to start with. That's all right. That's perfectly all right. देखिए many times अपन wrong fear में जिंदगी जीते हैं, you know, कि south का door है, वेस्ट का डोर है, क्या हो जाएगा? कुछ भी नहीं होता.
And there
And
is
let me tell you,
toilet
there are
also.
some doors of west which are so powerful, you know, that I have actually closed north ka door and made a west ka entry. Let me tell you. So west is not blanketly bad.
Okay, but there is a toilet also attached to that.
हाँ, so that is a situation. When you have a toilet out there, देखिए पहली बात, when you have a west का door, आप क्या करते होंगे? जब वो माला वाला लगाएंगे, वो लाल कलर की लगा देंगे, वो फूल वूल लाल कलर का लगा देंगे, which is not acceptable. So the flow is not the direction, flow is the treatment. So you have to create a treatment. भाई अगर आप वो माला लगाते हैं, try and have a mala of white color, of golden color. Don't go for a red color का पत्ता. You know, and you can do that. वहां अगर श्री लाभ श्री शुभ लगाते हैं तो वो गोल्डन कलर के भी मिलते हैं. Try and go for a golden color. So it's all about management. The moment you can harmonize it, it will add a huge value. And as far as the toilet is concerned, generally that toilet, if it's a non-Indian kind, the WC kind, then what can be done? You know, actually, it will require little management. Lekin I'll just draw. I'll let me draw and I'll show you how I can. I'll show you. Let me draw. Let me draw. Let us say this is a toilet. ये ऐसा toilet अंदर में WC seat है, ठीक है? Then what you should do is that you should try and put 8 mm by 25 mm. एक brass की strip ला दीजिए, brass strip. जो 8 mm is the thickness, 25 mm is 1 inch it goes inside, and it will become flush with the floor. Okay. So try and do that, and generally US style, you know, you can have a carpet down on top of it, yellow color की carpet जैसा लगा दिया, so that it is not visible. It does not have to be, it'll become flush. वो पैरों में नहीं आएगा बीच में. Try and do that. This is a small thing, you know, you can do it. Absolutely small.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Gee.
Can we have it for old?
Sorry?
Can we have for old houses?
Of course. See, 90% of people always call me for old house, the pre-built house. नया बनाओगे तो I can create a heaven. But 90% I create a semi-heaven, you know, in those houses. Because we understand how much you are off central axis, और उसको ठीक कर देते हैं without any structural change. Of course. All doable.
That's good, actually.
Wonderful. Yes, it is.
Okay. Next.
Yeah,
Next question, please.
One question.
Ji.
Hello.
हाँ जी,
Yeah,
हाँ जी.
where can we have the mandir, exact mandir location in the house? Like which zone?
See the quadrant. Okay, इसका भी मैं थोड़ा एक drawing करके दिखाता हूँ, you know, ताकि भूल नहीं होवे.
Because we've been doing something, so we are aware of 16 zones.
No, but you should have 64 zones, you know. 16 zones does not give you the true strength, you know. Because वो क्या ये देखिए, when you divide it into 64 zones, आपका क्या होगा कि one zone will be occupying 360 divided by 64. When you have a 360 divided by 64, you will have 5.25, you know, just this much. Okay. अगर आपका compass, like I have a compass जो 1 डिग्री का 1/5 दिखाता है, तो अगर आपका कंपास 10 डिग्री 15 डिग्री उधर उधर कर दिया तो you will have lost out 4-5 खानास, you know. Therefore your reading will be wrong. और ये 16 zones की जो आप बात करते हैं ना, वो खाली area occupied का चार्ट बनाता है. It does not give you an energy chart. It gives you how much area is occupied by a chart, which is often misleading. You are concerned with the energy flow in those zones. और उसके लिए माइक्रो जाना पड़ेगा. मान लीजिए ये एक नॉर्थ ईस्ट है, ये नॉर्थ है मान लीजिए, तो जनरली पीपल कॉल दिस एज अ नॉर्थ ईस्ट. 16 जोन वाला बोलेगा कि ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट है. When you divide it into 64 zone, this will be further divided into 4 zone. फिर इसमें which zone will have more energy flow, वो meter only can show you digitally. वो हाथ में घुमाने वाला नहीं, the digital meter and its impact on human being. Okay. But to answer your question, where to have a mandir, I always recommend people to have mandir in a quadrant, which is in the house, which is this quadrant, you know. God's facing west. This is the north, this is south, this is west, this is east. Okay, this is number 1. फिर आप यहाँ से यहाँ तक सेंट्रल ईस्ट तक कहीं भी ले जाइए, वहां नहीं होता है तो फिर वेस्ट में ले जाइए, बाकी सब जगह पे है वो कॉम्प्रोमाइज है। ओके
तो इन बिटवीन नहीं मतलब इन बिटवीन नहीं चलता है, सेंटर क्वाड्रेंट में नहीं चलता है।
सेंटर, दे आर नॉट द आइडियल प्लेस। ओके, they are not the ideal.
Towards north. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone who's not asked a question, please come ahead.
Ji.
Let's give everyone a chance.
And I will request you to please put on the video.
Yeah,
My
please
video
put
is
your
on.
video.
No, ठीक है. I'm talking about people who wanted to ask questions.
I think Jayashree Ben wanted to ask something.
Yes,
हाँ जी,
Jayashree
जयश्री बहन, क्या है? कहाँ है आप?
Jayashree Ben, Tilok bhai, please.
One more thing I wanted to ask you, like, are you based in Ahmedabad or Mumbai?
No, I am based right in Ahmedabad. I have my
Okay.
office on SG Highway.
Okay.
मेरा SG Highway पे
Then I'll-
दफ्तर है, and I will share my number and
It's
all.
there on the screen. I'll call you someday.
Yeah, it is there on the screen. Correct. You can see
Yeah,
me.
it's there
Correct.
on
You are
the
right.
screen. So then, so it's better. I can call you and connect with
हाँ
you.
जी. Then I can actually show you दूसरों का बनाया हुआ कैसे होता है.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jayashree on screen.
बिल्कुल जी, बिल्कुल.
अमृत भाई,
Jayashree Ben
मैं
is
आपकी
asking question.
सुनने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा मतलब क्यूरियोसिटी थी मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा.
हाँ जी.
मतलब मेरे को आपको सुनना था.
अच्छा जी.
हाँ, मैंने जब से नाम आपका सुना है तब से मेरे को आपको सुनना था.
ओके.
हाँ,
नहीं, फिर आप लोगों को मैं इनवाइट करूंगा. आई विल इनवाइट यू पीपल. नेक्स्ट 6 तारीख को आप तैयार रहना. लेकिन अगर मेरा टाइम होता है ना 5 बजे का, 6 बजे का समय होगा तो 15 मिनट पहले ही लॉग इन कर लेना, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पर 10 मिनट में भर जाता है 1000 लोग. तो
और मैं पर्सनली आपको मिलूंगी.
आप जरूर मिलिएगा. यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम पीपल. एनीबडी हु विश टू मीट मी, मीटिंग मी हैज नो कॉस्ट. ओके, so you can always let's have a cup of coffee. बिल्कुल जी. आप अभी तो खैर मैं दफ्तर नहीं, ऑफिस नहीं जा रहा हूं मैं, but we can decide. You know, I'm working from home. I'm operating from a very small staff of 9 people from office right now, because बाकी सारे लोगों को घर से अभी काम करा रहा हूं मैं. लेकिन ये हफ्ते 10 दिन में इसकी पीक आ जाएगी. Then we can always meet. No problem. जी.
Amrish bhai, there's a question. Amrish bhai, there's a question from my daughter's friend from Kathmandu. She lives in Kathmandu and she wants to know where to keep the room for her 8-year-old son, in which direction.
What to keep where?
The son's room should be in which direction? 8-year-old boy.
So it is not about direction. It is about location. You see, that is a difference we do not understand. So if I ask you direction, you keep it in the northeast direction. No, it's about location. The location he should keep it in east. The ideal location will be east. If they can manage a room for him in east, but make sure that his toilet is not towards the northeast part of east. It should be on the southeast part of east.
Okay. Who else wants to ask a question? Please go ahead.
जी. Please shoot.
I wanted to ask.
जी. हाँ जी. Sir, ask me please.
Amrish bhai,
Yes, please.
Surendra Agarwal. I'm
Ji, Agarwal ji.
Sir, these laws are same for the European country, US, and other country, and India. All these laws are same or is different?
I am so happy that you asked a question like this. It is the only scientific question that is people ever ask me. The laws will be different. Let me tell you. You can't govern by one law billions of people around the globe. कि हाँ जी आपने साउथ ईस्ट में ही किचन रखना है, साउथ वेस्ट में ही मास्टर बेडरूम बनाना है, नॉर्थ का ही दरवाजा रखना है. It is impossible. Number one, it depends on what longitude, latitude you are residing. I am telling you, even in India, when it comes about creating a kitchen, it is only in central India that I will tell कि you should have a kitchen in southeast. You know why? Southeast में आप kitchen रखेंगे तो naturally जो the rays of sun comes, which are natural disinfectant during that time in your kitchen if you have a kitchen in southeast. But trust me, when I do the kitchen in deep near Kanyakumari, I have the kitchen in southwest. And if I go to the foothills of Himalayas, the kitchen will be in the northeast, because that kind of rays will come there. तो इट कांट बी कि साउथ ईस्ट में, ये बहुत मोटी मोटी बात लोगों को पता है, 10 रुपए किताब में तो इतना ही लिखा है ना कि साउथ ईस्ट में किचन रख दो, साउथ ईस्ट में फलाना कर दो. It depends on what longitude you are residing. And imagine when I go to Australia, what happens? See, in this part of the world, the sun rises in east, वो south में जाता है and it sets in west. When I go to Australia, it rises from the east, it goes to north and sets in west. So the पूरा उसका journey अलग है. So based on that, you have to put up your kitchen, you have to put up what to keep open and what not to keep open. And it cannot be same. I'm so glad you asked me a question which was so relevant, you know. Cannot be same. And all these things are visible on my meter. You can see it on screen. ऐसी गप्पे की बात नहीं है. These are backed by evidences, you know. So whichever place I go, even if I go all the way to, let us say SFO, I do somebody's home, I go again after 3 months to check back. भाई ठीक हो गया क्या? And this is not a doctor-patient relationship. I always tell people, mine is not a doctor-patient relationship. If you want to add values in life, in whatever you're doing, you know, you should take care of this, because अपन इसके प्रति ध्यान नहीं देते. We ignore it. We like to give झांसा to ourselves कि मैं इसमें नहीं मानता हूं या मानता हूं, नहीं मानती हूं. It's not about belief. It is not impacted by your belief. I mean, how can you alter the journey of sun by your non-belief? You can't. It's not possible. Yes, please. I'm so glad that you asked that.
Can I ask you a question?
Please. I'm all yours.
Hello, Amrish bhai.
जी बोलिए साहब.
Yeah, if say you are talking about east and south and all the directions, but if the east is deviated, it is say moved 15 degrees towards north or towards south, then how you calculate your energy zones?
See, energy zones, I am just talking now north or something based on conventional wisdom. But when the actually true mapping takes place, उसमें I am saying कि 1-1 डिग्री का ख्याल रखा जाता है, क्योंकि 1/5 डिग्री का ख्याल करते हैं. Then it will be slightly tilted, you know. हमारे यहाँ से जब भी कोई रिपोर्ट देते हैं ना, it is in writing with graphics. So you know exactly what zone इस जगह से 7 फुट 8 इंच तक ये जोन चलता है, उसमें आप ये मत करना. You know, छोटी-छोटी बात है. So you have to the moment you have to tropicalize it. अगर north is deviated by 20 degree, 40 degree, like if you go to Dubai, the north is deviated by 35 degree across Dubai, almost across Dubai. It's not in a central axis, you know, it's in a quadrant, मतलब intracardinal direction पे है. If you go to Bhopal and all, they are all in intracardinal direction. उसमें north सीधा है ही नहीं. So of course you have to accordingly change the direction of north. No, कोई problem नहीं है.
And the second question is about cuts. Say if it's not exact rectangle or square, then each cuts allowed in any direction?
ऐसा नहीं होता है. देखिए, that's a wrong question. So it will get a wrong answer. So
then you kindly modify the question then.
देखिए, you cannot visualize a house जो डब्बा बना हुआ हो, चौरस हो या लंबचौरस, ऐसा कभी घर होता है क्या? और होगा तो रहने का मजा भी नहीं आएगा. Okay. So you will definitely have to have cuts, you will have to have openings, you will need to have those ducts. तो वो होने वाला ही है. The question is, can you manage it? Can you find out that if you have to have so many cuts, what kind of overall scenario it is throwing up? और यदि उसको आप मैनेज कर सकते हैं तो by all means go ahead ना. क्या है उसमें? ऐसा कोई डॉक्टर ने लिख के दिया है कि यहाँ ये कट नहीं होना, ये नहीं होना, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता.
अच्छा, फाइनल क्वेश्चन, लेंथ इज टू विड्थ के रेशियो का कोई प्रॉब्लम आता है क्या?
होता है. See, ideal LBIB ratio should be not more than 1:1:5. लेकिन वो ठीक है. I mean, that's a max which is allowed generally. लेकिन वो ठीक है. देखिए क्या होता है, एनर्जी मूव्स इन अ सर्कुलर मोशन. तो इफ फ्रॉम वन एंड, इफ इट्स लाइक अ ट्रेन का डब्बा जैसा अगर होगा कोई स्ट्रक्चर, तो यू नो एनीथिंग एंटरिंग फ्रॉम द अदर एंड will not reach to the other end, you know. So you will need to have an accelerator, ताकि वो एक यहाँ तक पहुंची एनर्जी, फिर you give a धक्का, then you give a धक्का so that it goes above. So if there are some structures which are made like that, most of the factories are made like that. So we don't tell them to change the structure, you know. So we put an accelerator and we create the harmonious flow. It's all about flow. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Amrish bhai.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. Ji. I think that's where we're done. Everybody seems to be happy. You can never be fully happy.
No, it was very good.
We are happy.
Thank you.
अमरीश भाई, ये हैप्पीनेस की शुरुआत है, आपने शुरू करा दिया.
Yes, yes, yes. No, you'd love it. I'll tell you. I'll send through her those invites, of my upcoming shows.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
log
put
in.
it on the Zoom. Yeah.
Enjoy. You will love it.
Amrish bhai, I have two questions. Just, you said there is that dump zone every house has, where you cannot put family pictures, you cannot put any of those.
Yeah. Certainly. You see, it's like this. You cannot eliminate those zones. Those zones have to be there. If there are good zones, there will be some bad zone. It's like, 24 घंटे का दिन नहीं हो सकता. अगर रात है, तो दिन है. You can't have a 24 hours ka day. Similarly, there will be some zones which are challenging. The key is to find those zones out, deal with them. Do not expose yourself there. Do not keep your family photographs. Do not sit there and have a manthan. Many a times people sit there बोलते कि मेरे जो भी काम करता है वो मजा नहीं आता. तो क्यों, कैसे मजा आएगा भाई? You are sitting in a wrong place. If I move you out by just 2 feet, you will do well. And these are all visible on screen. वो screen पे दिखता है. You don't have to trust my words.
The question was, can you put a mirror there in that zone?
Of course, it will magnify ना. फिर अगर आप खराब zone को magnify करोगे तो क्या होगा?
Right. And another thing is the juta, the shoe khana, can it be on the northeast corner of the entrance of your house?
See, however much you may not like, but if you have an east-facing house, probably it will end up facing either in the northeast or in the southeast of the house.
So you cannot have put it there. How do you harmonize it?
No, it is generally the houses which we do, we find out how much it is going to push you off balance. And harmony is struck in the floor anyway. Or whatever we do is done in the flooring. It is not visible with the naked eye. Okay.
I know, Amrish bhai, you did my house. So now I just need to copy to see.
You will be able to correlate many things that I have just spoken,
Absolutely. And so I think we are done with the questions now. So I would just like to tell everyone that Amrish bhai is excellent in this field. I'm speaking through experience, personal experience. So I know, so if you have an issue, he's your go-to man for solution.
I'm sorry. I want to correct you. Even if you don't have an issue, you don't have to. This is not a doctor-patient relationship. If you want to add values in your life, have a cup of coffee with me.
Okay, when I invite you guys, and I would, Amrish bhai, thank you so much. I would request our president, Lion Shri Suresh Agarwal ji, to give a small token of our appreciation to Amrish bhai. Suresh ji, can I request everyone to mute your phones, please? Suresh ji Agarwal.
कंधा चलना चाहिए भाई.
थैंक यू सर, आपने बहुत बढ़िया बोला है, बहुत बढ़िया बताया है हमारे को.
जी. Thank you.
ये हमारी तरफ से एक छोटा सा मोमेंटो है.
I have received it virtually. Thank you very much. भाई अगर आपने दे भी दिया तो मैंने ले भी लिया.
No, I will have it sent across, Amrish bhai.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking,
No, I know. No, this is just an excuse to have coffee with you. I'll bring it in.
I know. That's wonderful.
Coffee with you and Ravi. I would request our past President Lion Sangeeta ji Agarwal to propose the vote of thanks. Sangeeta ji, over to you.
Thank you very much, Lion Rupa ji. My sincere thanks to Lion Karuna Bagadia for flag salutation, Lion Jigisa Rupani for mission statement. I am extremely thankful to Lion Rupa Gandhi for introduction of Dr. Amrish Mehta. I am thankful to Sri Ritesh Bhai for organizing and designing today's Zoom meeting. Last but not the least, I am thankful to all of you, my dear fellow lions and gracious lion ladies. Our friends, I also thank our friends outside the Lions family for joining us today. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Lionwad. Now I request all to please rise for national anthem.
Thank you, Amrish Bhai, from all of us.
Pleasure, pleasure.
For kindly accepting.
रितेश जी नेशनल एंथम चालू करें.
Thank you.
भारत माता की जय.
Thank you once again, Amrish Bhai, all Lion members and guests. Thank you for being here.
I will take your leave.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So much.
Bye bye, sir.
Thank you so
Wonderful
much.
session,
you.
Amrish Bhai. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank you. Namaste.
Bye. Namaste. So, bye to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Rupa.
Bye, Rupa Bhabhi.
Thank you, Rupa Bhabhi.
I hope you're
Bye, Rupa Bhabhi.
Yeah, very much liking.
सबको मजा
So many
आया ना?
questions.
Yes, yes.
So many
I have
questions.
joined this meeting.
Did everyone enjoy?
Yes.
बढ़िया बढ़िया. But President, we're missing the food. घर पे भेज देना था सबके लिए टिफिन.
आपसे अच्छा फूड कौन बना सकता है?
ऐसी कोई बात नहीं.
की मीटिंग के लिए बोल रहे हैं.
लाइव की मीटिंग के लिए बोल रही
लाइव की मीटिंग के लिए बोल रहे हैं.
हाँ, जूम मीटिंग हो तो खाना घर पे टिफिन. आजकल ट्रेंड चला है ना.
वही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ, जैसे अमरीश
दे दो, ऑर्डर दे दो. रुपा टेल देम कि ऑर्डर दे दो पूरे उसका.
दे दीजिए नेक्स्ट मीटिंग का. आई नो हम लोग कल भी खा सकते हैं. चलिए.
So it was very good, Rupa. It was excellent presentation by Dr. Ashish Mehta.
Yes, he's
very good. Really,
He's done my house, so I know he's very good. So if anyone wants, it's worth calling him to get it done. That way. So, Chaliye, bye everyone. I hope that the next meeting, I'm hoping we can have an offline meeting. Offline meeting.
Yes.
hopefully we'll have a
Hopefully.
Yeah, missing everyone. So
Yes.
bye.
Bye, bye, Bhabhi.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.